everybody, I'm Xavier Johnson for the second episode of FYI, along with Kate Britton.
Hey Xavier. Hey everybody, and just a quick disclaimer, we didn't plan on matching today, just throwing that out there for anyone who was curious throughout the episode, so disclaimer.
Let's move on to some headlines.
All right, so 2 new restaurants have been announced at Rocky Mount's Brew Mill. The first is going to be opened by Lou Rita of Lou Rita's An American Table. It's going to be called The Tap in 1918. It's going to be a tavern-style restaurant with multiple taps, multiple beers, and actually they're going to have a custom beer brewed for the restaurant. And the second one is called The Tipsy Tomato. It's going to be opened by Angelo of Angelo's Pizza, a really beloved establishment here in Rocky Mount. And that's going to feature wood-fired brick oven pizza, which is something you can't really find around here. And both of them are expected to open sometime in the spring of 2017.
All right, Rocky Mount's First Friday events have been going on for a little while now, and the last one for the year is on December 2nd, and that one shall include holiday fun like a Santa, carriage rides, live music, and some Christmas carols along with that. And this is an event that likes to showcase downtown, all the work they put in down there, and it usually goes on from June until December, so December will be the last one.
And speaking of local activities with the Imperial Center, also they will be having their Winter Wonderland on December 11th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This will be a great opportunity to get in the Christmas spirit. There will be carriage rides, music, lots of activities for the kids, and also a visit from the big man himself. Brace yourselves. Santa! I know him! I know him! Anyone who's interested can go on down there. Also, they'll be doing a production of A Charlie Brown Christmas. So if you feel like capping the evening off with that, I would encourage you to do so.
Hey, I grew up with Charlie Brown.
Yeah, you can. Gotta love him.
All right, Nash Community College students, if you like saving money, make sure you hold on to your student ID. You can save 10% with the Blue Merchant program with certain businesses throughout the community. If you want more information, see Pam Ballou in the BNI building.
And it's that time of year again, the time that everyone hates, and I'm not talking about sitting down with your families for Thanksgiving. I'm talking about flu season. Flu shots are available at the Nash County Health Department at the Rocky Mount and Nashville locations. I always say those 2 seconds of a little bit of stinging pain is much better than a week of being laid out with the flu. Most health insurance plans are accepted, so you might not even have to pay a copay. So for more information, go ahead, visit the health department, bite the bullet, get it over with, and don't get the flu. Also, open enrollment is ongoing right now. Any students who are interested in getting a healthcare plan can contact the Student Wellness Center for any information on that.
All right, Nash Community College students, as well as future Nash Community College students, it is that very stressful time of year where you come and register for classes if you have not already. Registration has passed already, but late registration is January 3rd, 2017. And to make the process a lot easier, I can't stress this enough, make sure you complete your financial aid all the way through, as well as the application process. Now, something else that high school students can bring is their transcript and come and take the placement test if need be. Now, for current Nash Community College students, you can register on WebAdvisor until January 4th at 12 o'clock at night. And for more information, please call or visit the Student Enrollment Services.
On November 4th, Oysterberfest was held here at Nash Community College. In this event, craft beer was served along with oysters, and it was an open event to students, staff, and faculty members, as well as members of the community. The 41st Annual NCC Scholarship Awards Banquet was held on November 2nd at Brown Auditorium. And we have joining us today a scholarship recipient and student ambassador, Brandon Odom. How are you doing, Brandon?
Thank you. Very glad to be with you today.
Well, thank you for being here. So you attended the awards banquet, yes?
Yes.
And
yes.
So can you tell me just a little bit about what goes on at the awards banquet? A little bit about that?
Yes, definitely. Well, this year we took a different approach to it. We usually had it where when you come in, you line up along the side and you walk across the stage and you get your diploma, and then you take your picture. But that cut into the time that the recipients were spending with the donors. So we switched it up this year, and we did it to where when you first come in, you have your picture taken, and then you are escorted to your seat. And then that gives you time to mingle with your family members that were allowed to come. And then it's just a way to represent and show the good work that the donors do in providing these scholarships for the recipients, because we are very appreciative of them. And a lot of people couldn't come if they didn't have one.
Yeah, and so it's also kind of a time for the donors to kind of put a name with a face.
Yes, so they know exactly who they gave a scholarship to. They can actually see that person and interact and see what good they're doing in that person's life.
Well, it's nice that they can kind of put that personal touch onto it instead of just saying, here you go, congratulations.
Yep. Congratulations.
And
yeah.
also it sounds like it's a great time for family to celebrate with you.
It is, because you're allowed to invite one guest, so they can come and share in this experience with you that you got the scholarship, and it's going to help you forward in life. So.
Well, that's wonderful. And you're also a student ambassador, correct?
Yes, that is true.
Okay, so we've heard the term student ambassador a couple times before. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do as an ambassador?
Yes, well, as a student ambassador, we represent the school in the most professional way possible. We attend events, and we just help out anywhere that we're needed. So the scholarship really helps us more than we help them, but we're always here to help. Any students that need anything, we're here. We're always visible. We give tours, and we're just here to be the face of the school.
Well, that's nice. Well, it seems like you do a really good job of it. I hear nothing but good things about you around campus. I'm new, so I'm still learning everything.
But she does great in the library.
Thank you.
Wonderful librarian.
Yeah. This guy is bookshelver, kind of scoocher extraordinaire.
So, yes.
Keeps things under control.
Try to.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Brandon, so much for joining us today and taking time out of, I'm sure, what's a very busy schedule for you and a busy time of year.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Drew Small, Studio 67's own, and we're going to be talking about undergraduate examination. Hey, Drew.
Hi.
How are you?
Fantastic.
Great. Now let's get to undergraduate examination. How did this show actually start?
Underground examination started when we opened the studio. One of the main things that we really wanted to do in here was to bring in, started off local artists and artists that may be on tour, to invite them in to be interviewed and maybe play some acoustic sets. Our first underground examination was a saxophone player, jazz saxophone player out of Raleigh, named Jashawn Peel, and so he was our first, and since then we've had 4 others come through, including several Tinderbox music artists and a couple others that are on tour, and we hope that we asked Tinderbox to send us the artist, or if the artist is interested and they're heading down I-95 or jumping from Raleigh up to DC, to slide in and join us for a session.
All right. What's undergraduate examination all about?
It was the brainchild between Robbie Morris and Max Herbert, our former station manager, and myself. We brainstormed for an hour or so to come up with a cool, I say cool name. I thought it was a pretty interesting name. A couple of interns were in here at the time, and we came up with the name. The whole idea is to bring unknown artists, artists you may not hear on the radio, to bring them in as they're on tour, allow them to perform for us, whether it's acoustically or electrically, and ask them questions about their music, about anything that comes to mind. We usually come up with a list of questions to ask them.
All right. And what's your favorite part of undergraduate examination?
Selfishly, my favorite part is running the production process in the background back there. Sometimes I feel like a mad scientist, bouncing between cameras and running the audio all at the same time. I really enjoy setting up. I think my favorite part is meeting the bands. We have found the bands that have come in have been kind of timid and shy to begin with. I don't think they quite know what they're going to get into here. And they're kind of to themselves and everything else. And as the process has gone along, and as we start to, we hook them up, we do sound check, then we do the actual production of the show. By the time they're leaving, they're hugging us and they're giving big handshakes, and they have a really, really good time. So that's been a really favorite part of mine, is to meet all the artists who are real, true musicians and who are dedicated to their craft.
All right. Now, how would local artists get onto the show Underground Examination?
Well, first, they can just give us a call. They can call us at 451-8484, and that would be our assistant producer, Amanda Coggin. And they can also email us at studio67@nashec.edu, or they can even hit us up on Facebook if they want to. We are Studio 67 NCC on Facebook, and they can shoot us a message or something like that, whatever they want. However, smoke signals work too. We keep an eye out on the horizon, but we invite anybody and everybody to come in. It doesn't matter the genre of music that you may be into. We just ask that you keep it clean. And if we're unfamiliar with your music, we may ask for a demo CD or some MP3s or a link to your SoundCloud or whatever it may be, so that we can kind of take a listen to you to know what we're going to expect.
All right. Where would you like to see the show go in the future?
What would be fantastic for Underground Examination would be to branch out more, and I think we're getting a lot more artists who aren't associated with some of the indie labels that we deal with. I would love for larger known bands to know about us, and if they're coming to the Raleigh area, the Durham area to play, to reach out and contact us and swing by the college, for an examination. Sorry, it's a bad pun. But come by for an examination, no matter how big you are or how little you are. I think I would love for that to get that. I would love to find some really cool backdrops and some fun things and really turn it into it's already a program that we're really proud of, but it has a lot of potential to blow up into something very big. I'm really excited about the possibility of getting an artist in here who may not be well known and then have them blow up later on, a year or so later on, and we're seeing them on the Grammy Awards. That'd be fantastic.
What are some artists that have came through and actually performed on Underground Examination?
Yeah, well, we started off with Jashawn Peele. Our most recent artist was Lars Nelson, but we also had Fat Night came through, a really fun, eclectic sounding band. We had Eleanor Talley, who was on her way up to D.C. and then did 6 or 7 dates in New York City. And then we had a band who is doing consistently doing tours. Stolen Roads came through, and we were really excited to hear that they're actually going to Europe at the beginning of the year.
All right, let's take a look at the show now.
Now, you're on tour right now.
Yes.
So what is coming up on tour for you?
Well, we're actually going up to New York. We have 5 shows in New York. We have 3 in Manhattan, 2 in Brooklyn. And it's going to be amazing. We'll be performing there from September 27th to October 2nd. And we're coming back through Atlanta, playing Atlanta on October 4th, playing Charlotte, North Carolina, October 5th. So we got a lot coming up, and we're very excited about it.
So if you're in Charlotte, keep an eye out for her show. You can see she's great live.
Thank you so much.
So now, what is the best way for fans to keep in touch with you?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, website. I've got a newsletter. Just register on my website, and you'll get email updates. Anywhere online, really. We're trying to always be in touch and update and let everyone know what's going on.
Alrighty. Well, play us out with some Hell or Heaven, please.
Yes, thank you. Not people that just have no shame, talking about each other every day and every night away. I am done with this old dirty game, or else I know the karma would just bite me in the butt. Don't take that, no, won't shake that, time to break that low. Life can be your hill or be your heaven, now you know. Choose hell or choose heaven, choose hell or choose heaven. 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 Choose hell or choose. Now life can knock you out if you choose to be mean. If all you care about is yourself, then good luck with everything. We're all equal, no kings, no queens, just crazy terms we made up to keep bickering. I'm all done with this negative vibe. Judgment is for shallow people, I'm deeper inside. You know this ain't what my doctor prescribed. Baby, hang up your boots, I won't be coming for the ride. No, don't take that, no. Won't shake that. that whoa, oh, 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 oh. Time to break that low, low, low. I can be your hill, I'll be your heaven, now you know. Choose hell or choose heaven. 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 Choose hell or choose love.
I'm here today with Kara Dean, the Director of Student Life here at Nash Community College. So, Kara, thank you so much for being here today. I'm sure you're very busy with registration and everything else going on, so I appreciate you taking time out of your day.
Not a problem at all.
Come talk to us a little bit. Now, you are in charge basically of the Red Stocking Project.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and can you just tell me a little bit, you told me earlier it started by the not Red Cross, Salvation Army.
Right.
I thought red. So can you just tell me a little bit about what the Red Stocking Project is and what the goal is?
Sure. We let them know how many stockings we think we can fill, and it can be any number, and we usually do between 50 and 75. The ages start from 0 to 1, or birth to 1 to 9 to 12, and it's male or female, and you indicate. You can pick up the stocking from the student government office. Just decide if you want to shop for a boy or a girl, the age, and then just turn it back in. We make a delivery about the week before Christmas, and then it is given out to the community on a need-based.
Kind of whoever needs what.
Right.
So
they make the Salvation Army makes that determination.
Okay, so it's a lot like what other charities do with things like Operation Christmas Child, or
Right.
I know a lot of places do where they shop for families. It's kind of a similar thing. to
Right.
that.
It is.
So if someone wanted to, for instance, make a donation, maybe stuff a stocking or something like that, what steps would they need to go through to do that?
They can either pick up the stocking from the student government office, which we also call the Hawk's Nest, or sometimes people do just give us money to go shop, and they'll tell us how many stockings they want to fill, and we'll do it
You'll
for
do
them.
it yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well that's so, how long do people have to fill up the stockings? Is there a deadline?
There is. We are going to start asking people to fill the stockings after our Thanksgiving break,
Okay.
and then I believe it's December the 9th is when we have to have them turned back in.
So no Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
Right, right. We try to.
I'm a very, I love Thanksgiving. I don't want it to get skipped over, so
Right.
that's awesome.
We try to do the turkey first.
do the turkey first. Stuff the turkey before you stuff the stockings.
There you go.
There we go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope this project is awesome. I hope you get a lot of stockings. So you heard that. If you feel like stuffing a stocking for a family or just for some kids in a family, you can go on down to the Hawk's Nest and get set on that. So thank you so much, Kara. I appreciate it. So Thanksgiving is a wonderful time of year to get together and spend time with your loved ones, whether it be friends or family. It's one of my favorite holidays of the year just because I do get to spend time with my family. It's a time for us to sit back and reflect on the things that we're grateful for. And so, my family, I don't know about what your family does, but us, it kind of depends. My dad's a pilot, and so if he's in town, hopefully, fingers crossed, this year he was, so that was really nice. Usually it'll be just my mom, my dad, my brother, and I will get together. Sometimes we'll go visit relatives in Wilmington or Raleigh. But we just keep it simple. We do the turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, that really traditional stuff. My favorite's twice baked potatoes. And we gorge ourselves. We'll usually do like a late afternoon lunch. Gorge ourselves and then just collapse wherever we end up when we finish eating. It can be at the table, it can be on the floor, it can be on the couch, it can be anywhere. One year I'm pretty sure I just kind of fell over right there. And then, so like, what are some things that your family does? I mean, it's fun for me to hear kind of what other people do on Thanksgiving.
Pretty much me and my family, we get together, all of us, me, my mom, her 2 sisters and their children, along with my grandma. My grandma does most of the cooking, but pretty much everybody like brings something. And then we eat about 1-ish, 1:30, depends on when everybody decides they want to eat or whenever they get hungry. And we finish up about 2. So when we get together, when everybody finishes, we don't go straight into dessert. We usually just sit in the middle of my grandma's living room.
Let it digest.
Yeah,
we can stuff it in more.
Listen, I need to make room. Wait a minute. So
Pack it down.
after that, we don't move right into dessert. We usually just sit around, talk, find out what's going on in everybody's lives, what's going on, since we don't get to see each other often. So when we do get together, we go over what's going on, what happened, who's done this, who's done that. And then we go into dessert, and then we clean up as a family. Everybody takes trash out, wash the dishes.
Oh no.
Do all of
that makes me feel terrible.
That's not the best part.
No, I'm usually terrible about cleaning up. And, you know, like, so what do you know, we always have a lot of leftovers kind of left over after Thanksgiving. So, like, so what's your dream Thanksgiving leftover food, like creation?
Something my grandma's been doing recently, probably about the last 5 years. She'll fix a whole big pot of turkey and rice, and I don't understand what it is about it. It's not no different than turkey on Thanksgiving. It's not no different than rice on Thanksgiving. It's just when they put it together, it's the best thing in the world. So me and her, usually she fixes a whole pot, and we eat on it whenever we don't really want to cook anything. We just throw it back on the stove throughout the year and eat it. It's like Thanksgiving all over again.
That sounds so good.
What is your family like? What do you do with your Thanksgiving leftovers?
Turkey sandwich. Just turkey sandwich. Plain old turkey, mayonnaise, Wonder Bread. Just put it all together. That's all you need. I'm sorry. It's like, it's cold turkey. It's not even like, just put it all together. I can see Robbie like, yeah, back there. He knows what I'm talking about. Just put it all together. That's the stuff for me. And also, you know, if you are, you know, have a bunch of leftovers after you're done with your Thanksgiving dinner, maybe on Black Friday. Also, you don't need to punch that lady in the face for the TV, okay? Just refrain. But we have some recipes that the crew here at FYI found and put together for anyone who might be interested. We'll put it on our website, and you can check those out if you get bored with the amazingness of the plain old turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
Or turkey and rice.
Turkey and rice?
Which I don't think you can get tired of, so. All right, that about does it for our November edition of FYI. You can start shopping, you can start decorating the tree now, your house. Don't go Clark Griswold crazy, but you can start now. We'll be back next time with an early edition of our December holiday edition of FYI.
All right, and remember, be safe on Black Friday. From our studio family to yours. Have an awesome holiday season.
Well, thank you, Brandon, so much for joining us today and taking time out of, I'm sure, what's a very busy schedule for you and a busy time of year.
Thank you. I like how they did their bloopers.
Yeah.
They did his. He was like,
All right, ready? All right, so here we go. Underground examination, take 1.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, I'm Xavier Johnson for the second episode of FYI along with Kate Britton.
Hey, everybody.
And we just froze.
Headlines. That's what it was. I knew I forgot something. Let's move on to some headlines.
Oh, am I starting?
Yeah.
Darn it, I am starting.
Let's try again.
Oh my goodness.
We're both doing it at the same time. Woo.
There you go, that works.
And action.
All right, everybody, y'all have an amazing holiday week or month or
Why don't we try that?
yeah.
Party people, just keep partying.
That about does it for our November edition of FYI. So commence the holiday shopping, your Christmas decorating. We'll be back next week. Not next week. Never mind. We're going to start that over.
That was really good up to that point.
Up until I flubbed it.
Alright. Buzzing. Take 3. 3, 2, 1.